when Anthony Crolla stepped into the ring at the Manchester Arena. This was more than a title defense. It was identity, redemption, and city pride wrapped into 12 rounds. Opposite him stood Jorge Linares, a three-weight world champion whose career had already traveled continents. This fight represented a clash of archetypes inside the lightweight division: relentless pressure fighter versus elite technician. From a niche standpoint, this bout sits in a powerful psychological lane: heart of a warrior versus master of craft. That formula historically drives engagement because audiences emotionally side with the pressure fighter while intellectually admiring the stylist. The stakes elevated virality. WBA, WBC Diamond, and Ring Magazine belts unified on one night. The Manchester crowd added a volatility factor. Hometown energy creates perceived momentum shifts that fuel post-fight debate. Round 6 became the narrative pivot, Linares landing a sharp right hand that visibly shook Crolla. That moment introduced doubt, and doubt in championship fights increases retention because viewers begin calculating scorecards in real time. The second half transformed into a chess match under fatigue, Crolla digging to the body, Linares responding with surgical combinations. Technically, this bout is studied for ring IQ versus physical insistence. Psychologically, it's remembered for composure under pressure. Commercially, it birthed a rematch demand, arguably the strongest engagement driver in boxing content. This fight works because it doesn't present a knockout climax. Instead, it delivers controversy tension, clean skill disparity debates, and crowd emotion as an atmospheric character in the story. This fight thrives on narrative framing. Angle 1. The night Manchester tried to carry a champion. Hook. The crowd was louder than the punches, but could noise win rounds? Angle 2. Was it skill or sympathy? Did pressure convince fans while precision convinced judges? Angle 3. The sixth round that changed everything. Hook. One right hand rewrote the entire script. Angle 4. Elite hands versus endless heart. Hook. When speed meets willpower, who cracks first? Angle 5. Did the judges get it right? Hook. 3 belts, close scorecards, split opinions worldwide. Angle 6. Linares silences the arena. Hook. Thousands screaming, one man calm. Angle 7. Crolla's comeback spirit tested. Hook. He survived the storm, but at what cost? Angle 8. The technical blueprint for beating pressure fighters. Hook. Watch how distance control steals championship rounds. Angle 9. Why round 6 was more than a knock. Hook. It shifted posture, pacing, and psychology. Angle 10. The fight that demanded a sequel. Hook. Some battles finish, others ignite rivalries. From a boxing niche growth perspective, controversy drives comment sections. Technical admiration drives rewatch value. Emotional resonance drives shares. The beauty of this matchup lies in dual alignment. Casuals focus on effort and crowd reaction. Purists analyze punch selection and ring positioning. Content optimized around this fight should amplify that division intentionally. Pose debates, freeze frame the right hand, compare work rates, and overlay scorecards graphically. Boxing audiences engage strongest when asked to judge rounds themselves. Frame the fight as unfinished business and retention skyrockets. Debate equals replayability. Replayability equals algorithm momentum. High CTR positioning in boxing thrives on tension and conflict language. Titles optimized for engagement include the round that cost Crolla the fight, masterclass or robbery, speed beats pressure, Manchester shocked on home soil, the right hand that changed the championship, and elite IQ under fire. Each title should lean into polarity, never neutral phrasing. Thumbnail strategy requires visual storytelling in a single frame. Concept 1. Split face close-up. Crolla bruised, Linares composed. Text, who won? Concept 2. Freeze frame of the 6th round right hand landing. Text, this shot. Concept 3. Scorecard graphic overlay with surprised crowd reaction. Text, controversial. Concept 4. Linares smiling mid-fight with Crolla pressing forward. Text, class versus heart. Bold yellow or red typography increases sports CTR, particularly when paired with dramatic contrast lighting. Facial expressions must show exhaustion or shock. Emotion sells boxing more than belts. Titles should avoid long wording. Intensity beats explanation. Pair urgency with ambiguity. For YouTube algorithm optimization within boxing niche, prioritize keywords. Anthony Crolla vs. Jorge Linares highlights. Lightweight title fight. Controversial decision boxing. WBA Lightweight Championship. Boxing classic full breakdown. Short title. Aggressive emotion word. Thumbnail should always show direct eye contact or punch impact. Impact imagery converts. Silence moments. Crowd frozen. Also convert. Thumbnail clarity must scream moment, not summary. Because in boxing, one moment decides perception. The opening establishes environment. Manchester Arena buzzing, flags waving, hometown hero embraced by noise. Narration contrasts identity. Crolla, forged by adversity. Linares, polished by global experience. Early rounds portrayed as tactical chess. Crolla advancing behind high guard, working body. Linares flicking sharp jabs, timing counters. Commentary emphasizes rhythm manipulation. Linares varying tempo, forcing Crolla to reset. Build tension into round 6. Slow motion effect. The right hand lands. Crowd audio drops momentarily. Narration intensifies. This is where championships change. Crolla wobbles, survives. Momentum shifts psychologically. Middle rounds emphasize fatigue. The sweat, the breathing, the marginal dips in punch output. Crolla digs to the body, attempting attrition. Linares answers with short, precise combinations, stealing exchanges without overcommitting. Frame the final 4 rounds as a race against energy depletion. Judges calculating. Corners shouting urgency. Crowd chanting louder. Linares regains crispness late, finishing combinations sharply. Final bell described as release rather than celebration. Both men exhausted. Scorecards red. Suspense pause. Linares declared winner. Reaction shots. Mixed crowd. Respectful applause. Closing line drives narrative. Heart pushed the pace. Skill controlled the distance. Leave ending open with rematch tease. High retention maintained by building around 3 tension spikes. Opening stakes, 6th round shift, decision suspense. Emotional pacing alternates between crowd noise crescendos and slow dramatic moments. Script avoids technical overload, but inserts subtle IQ analysis to satisfy hardcore fans. Structure ensures viewers anticipate outcome, but still debate fairness. B-roll must function as narrative glue. Open with wide aerial of Manchester at night, transitioning to arena exterior. Cut to belts close-up under spotlight. Walkout slow motion, Crolla touching gloves with crowd roaring. Linares shadowboxing backstage calmly. Early rounds, ring positioning overhead shots, showing distance control. Insert punch stat graphics subtly during exchanges. Round 6, multiple angles of right hand, real-time, slow motion, crowd reaction. Capture Crolla's stumble, corner instructions, mid-fight fatigue shots, hands on hips, deep breaths, crowd chanting montage, championship rounds, tight camera framing on eyes and mouth guards to emphasize exhaustion. Final bell freeze frame before score announcement. Decision reading, judges writing scores, Linares hand raised, Crolla reflective expression. Emotional triggers embedded. Hometown pride. Vulnerability under pressure. Resilience after being hurt. Elegance under chaos. Debate over fairness. Comment engagement increases when viewers feel partially responsible for outcome interpretation. Optimized call to action. Score it round by round in the comments. Which moment sealed it? And if they meet again, does pressure win next time? Invite analysis rather than opinion. Boxing audiences respond strongest to technical disagreement prompts. Encourage timestamps. Encourage replay. Content longevity in boxing is built on replay value and divisive clarity. End with subtle rematch tease graphic. To be continued, because unfinished rivalries convert subscribers into returning viewers.